welcome. So as this is our first video, I will be giving a bit of an introduction as to what I want to achieve by doing this for you guys. I've amassed quite a collection over the past couple of years of different things, all PlayStation related, games, accessories, toys, merch, everything you can think of. So what I want to do is I didn't really think there was much point in having so many like rare titles and cool things just sitting on a shelf that no one would ever see. There's a lot of things that even I didn't really know existed until I'd come across it and picked it up. So I wanted to sort of share that with everyone, rather than sort of, like I say, you know, put it on a shelf and let it collect dust sort of thing. So as this is the first impression video, I want to give you a bit of a background as to sort of what I want to do. Chuck some of those games on, give you a bit of a look at it, show you what it's all about, and give you an impression of sort of the first 15-20 minutes of the gameplay. See if it's something that I would continue to play. Look, I don't really I'm pretty broad in the sort of taste I have. I play everything from sort of Lego to COD to random obscure things like you'll see today. So this is another kind of important video as well because it's a PlayAsia exclusive. So grab him, that's him there. So I'd been having a look at, I'm a big fan of Limited Run, been having a look at PlayAsia exclusives for a while and had seen some pretty negative reviews online as to sort of a lot of people not getting their things and all of this and that. So I thought, well, I mean, a little bit of money is a little bit of money, but you don't want to throw your money away, whatever the value is. So I thought this was $22.94 Australian, which was about $17-18 US. So I thought, why not give it a shot? Ordered, shipped the next day. It arrived in probably 7 or 8 calendar days. It come from Netherlands to Australia, so you know, traveled across the planet. And I was actually quite impressed. The packaging's fantastic. So the first thing I'd note with it, and I'll do a bit of a comparison versus some Limited Run stuff I've got in the mail as well. Both companies are fantastic. Couldn't speak highly enough of them both. And a frequent purchaser of both. So what I did like about the PlayAsia stuff from Eastasiasoft was everything kind of come very well packaged. So the first thing you'll note is the little sealed case that it's in. Now I've obviously pulled this out and thrown it straight in the console behind. So I'll move that to one side. So you've got a little bit of a box set. So it's probably the equivalent of 2 cases wide. Get that open there. Nice tight boxes you want. So, and heaps of stuff inside. So first of all, as you'd assume, the game itself. Now, one thing to note with this is not a lot of PS4 titles come with documentation and manuals anymore these days. So that's something that I did really enjoy about that as well. Stand him up there nicely. That's probably in the shadow at the moment. Now, a couple of other things that came with this was the artwork book as well. This is not so much an art book as an instruction manual for the tabletop game of this, the tabletop RPG version of this actual game. So it's kind of cool. I haven't had too much of a flick through it, but you know, for 20 odd Australian dollars, not too bad. So you've got your certificate of authenticity and your certificate number there. What else we got in here? These are little stickers or just a little promo stuff from PlayAsia. The soundtrack that came with it. Now, a lot of the exclusives from PlayAsia do come with soundtracks, is what I'm trying to say. So they're properly packaged. That was the only thing that kind of threw me off. Not sure if I recall exactly when I did make the purchase, whether it looked like it was in a proper jewel case or not, but I mean, it is what it is. It's good to have in there. That was sort of the only thing that was a little bit strange. I got a $5 coupon that's being used. And a couple of, this is an actual title sticker for the game, obviously. And then some more PlayAsia merch for you to stick on your car and advertise to everyone else. And that's it. Nothing else in there. So, I mean, for $20, what's that? Sort of 16, 17 US dollars is a great buy, in my opinion. I mean, you can pick up some fairly average titles to that price. Obviously brand new. I unsealed it. So what I want to do now is basically have a bit of an impression of the game. So all of this other stuff you see in the background. So this is being done on a 20th anniversary console, PS4 obviously, on a PS3 kiosk. So we'll jump right into it. If you want some more information or you want to have a further look into the kiosk, I'm going to do some, or if they're not uploaded already, a good look at the actual kiosk, because there's some cool internals in there as well. And this particular console I'm going to do a little bit more information on as well. So I haven't pressed start yet. I've sat there and booted this up. One thing I wanted to note quickly was one thing that kind of gets me down is boot times and install times. Not so much boot times, but install times. I hadn't even turned the controller on. It was installed. It did an update of about, I don't know, half a gig, if that, 500 meg. So it was all booted up pretty quick. So we will be seeing the latest version of the software. No idea what it is. Haven't looked at it. So let's have a look. Never actually booted one of these up before, so it's kind of interesting that they've got their own little Eastasiasoft bits and pieces in the middle as well. I mean, it looks alright. I haven't really read too much about this game or anything really. I haven't really looked at any other YouTube videos. Okay, so being an Asian game, first thing I'm going to note is circle is to continue. That's fair enough. I don't really seem to have an option here. Cool. Let's go normal, I guess.
In the beginning, there only was a screaming void. Where twisted souls writhed, imprisoned in nothingness. Then, the darkness was pierced by Luce, and with her came warmth and order. The soul ceased to scream, and everything started to take shape. Thanks to her, 13 eras of peace ensued, and the world thrived and blossomed. But then a sorcerer emerged, and his name was Pain. He became silent. He worked in secret, increasing in power. He declared war on Luce. The clash was devastating. Countless brave men were defeated, and the shadows prevailed. Luce was struck down during the final battle. Pain threw her body into the darkness, where she will forever lie. And so, the 14th era of men became the first era of darkness.
there you have it, I guess. I was kind of taking note of intro scenes and whatnot. I'm planning on doing 15 minutes, no matter what the cutscenes, whatnot, in between. So, I don't know, for me personally, I like to jump straight into the game and be told the backstory along the way. A lot of games, you know, you'll sort of sit there for about an hour watching some FNB before you actually get into the game itself. So, here we are, I have control. Looks like I'm this sorcerer dude. Guess I should read this. Cool, explaining what the cutscene just said, so... Hold square near Heather and grab her by the hand. Alright, let's do that. Alright, so I'm kind of leading her around. I want to change my cape, sure. I can't... Oh, I am swapping capes. You can barely notice that even from me standing here. Alright, so I've got to sort of hold her while I'm going around. Alright, that's kind of cool. Let's grab her hand. So L2's run. Cool. I went this way because I don't like to go the first time the way they kind of want you to go. They want to have a bit of a look around first. And here I've just been led nowhere. Some seagulls, I guess. Excuse me, grab my hand. Go on, yeah. And these are more seagulls? No. So, I'll go back here for a sec. So, I originally came up this part. I like to go the opposite way. So here is, you know, telling you... Hang on, why are you trying to hit me with the watches on? So you stay here safely. Okay, there's... Why have I not been prompted and learn how to attack? I don't have anything to attack him with. Select weapon. Here we are. Maybe I don't have a weapon yet. Well, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Or that girl is in trouble. So this is why I should have came up here first, following my instinct to gather a shield and also weaponry. So she follows you anyway. So like a black tire or something. Not seeing any swords lying around. Let's have a look here. So that's two different. What are all those reading prompts? You have activated a runic circle. If you find the dancing lights, go through them and they'll bring you back to this exact point. So that's a checkpoint. Cool. I'd much rather a sword though. Alright, what's up here?
Well, well, well. The survivors.
Cool, I guess. Do you have a sword for me by any chance?
So, have you come to a decision? Will you leave the dying hellhole?
Whoa.
You really don't fear the shadows? Then you walk on the side of madness.
Lady, I just need a sword for now. That's really all I need. So... Fragment of Luce. Nice. So this is actually kind of frustrating. I'm going to do a separate video on this little package I bought today from EB Games. Anyway, I'll go into that later. So I'm using extensions on the thumbsticks, which is kind of annoying for this particular game. I don't understand why I'm supposed to be holding her hand if she follows anyway. That to me is kind of useless. Oh, what's this? Pick up sword, alright. Alright, let's go back and kill this guy. And see what was down the other way. Like, I've just run a fair way away from her. Oh, hang on, this bridge is now gone, is it? I can't turn the camera on. No. And she's following anyway. I don't understand what the point of holding her hand is. I've kind of assumed that you'd have to lead her through the game. So where's this guy going? Back to where he started from. Okay, well, that doesn't work. Click R to lock on. It's telling me R2 for a heavy attack, but it's not doing anything. Cool. Oh, and again, I've gone for R2. The noises are wicked. Someone's just slapped meat on the table to record this. I love that. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Alright, so let's have a bit of a look in here again. So I've got more inventory space up here. Dodgy sword. Alright, again, for being 2 minutes into it, there's obviously not much I've got. Alright, so I've got a stamina bar at the top as well, which I should probably be very aware of. You're a little bit stronger, aren't you? Completely out of stamina. And... oh, that's me that died. And a trophy for dying. My favourite trophies. You're hopeless, you suck, have a trophy. Oh, am I meant to die there? No. Fair enough. Again, why am I triangling again? So, let's get these controls figured out, because it said L1 to block. L1 is... am I doing anything? I suppose he puts his... yeah, I guess. But when I was fighting that dude, he didn't do anything. Okay, so there's a bunch of collectibles throughout, which is cool. That's fine. I do want to get... oh, okay. So where's this girl gone? What do we call her? Ella. Oh. So I just pressed and held square. I guess that's a waypoint finder of some sort. So you... yeah, those noises are brutal. I love that. So in the top left, I don't know if you can see that going up and down, is my stamina. It goes up relatively quickly. So okay, so I can roll out of this guy's way. Let's try and kill this dude. Ah, bring back Ella from her ashes. Maybe that's what pressing and holding square did. Okay, so it showed me where she had been left. See, I don't understand why... I honestly don't think I'm supposed to kill this dude. Cycle 2, this is keeping note of how many times I've died and stuff. That's wonderful. But now I'm going to have to go and get her back again. So if I press and hold square... yeah, those noises are fantastic. Alright, let's kill this dude. Alright, so if I go and get her now... I'm going to run away from this dude. See, what's up here even? Okay, well at least these aren't as shielded baddies. Alright, above my stamina bar is like a little M that is kind of depleted. Maybe that's my shield or the strength of the sword. Oh, hang on. Now I'm down to one bit of an M. Maybe my sword's gonna die. That's my health. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, cool. I'm with it. See, that's important stuff you need to show before the game. Is what are you doing? What's the purpose of where we're at? So, alright, let's go back and get this guy. For a relatively low budget title, it doesn't feel too bad. It's kind of responsive, and I mean, it looks what it looks like. It's not great, but it's also not horrible. Alright. The health system is very strange, so I need to work out these blocks as well. Let's try and block. See, 3 nice hits will bring these little guys down. That guy with the shield doesn't want to go down at all. Let's bring it back first. I feel like this is a Resident Evil where you got to tell, depending on what game you're playing, someone to wait while you attack someone else. But she doesn't seem to die or get hurt or anything, so that's kind of a plus for an NPC following you around the whole game. What do we got here? Anything cool? Again, triangle. Why do I keep doing that? I mean, R1 is not that weird to be attacking with. What? Yeah, it's just heavy attack to me is triangle, but it's obviously not right. Yeah, you've got some sort of knife that keeps killing me. Not gonna lie, I kind of suck at this game. But I mean, isn't it half the fun? Just to figure out exactly what's going on. When if you keep pressing triangle to attack, I cannot believe I've done that like every time. See, I've just lost half my life from this guy attacking me. Alright, let's not worry about this ethereal chick and let's go down here. So these, how do I get in this room here? Because they look like boxes. Yeah, they're pots with nothing in it. The sounds are cool. I mean, that's someone throwing a plate on the ground, but the sound of the attacks is fantastic. I don't know if that's coming through on the video properly or not. I hope you don't talk to me again. So I have meant to go. Maybe it would help if I actually read these things. Watch your path. Yeah, that makes sense because I'm about to fall off there if I walk over the edge of it. Kneel in front of the shrine with her to concentrate in this place. In the event of your death, you will come back here. So this is a checkpoint. But I don't have a bubble. Sucks to be her, I guess. Alright, so you're supposed to be the first guy I'm supposed to kill, I guess. Okay, definitely. If one hit brought you down, this is where you're meant to go. So this is a path that leads nowhere, so it's probably an old abandoned path. I'm going to take that. This guy, see, he's got a stronger weapon. Yeah. So those guys have a much bigger, almost axe hatchet thing. See, now I feel like I've cheated myself because I don't have her, and she's kind of deep in this way. So, alright, last shot. I think this game requires a little bit more concentration I'm putting into it as well. So, I mean, my first impressions are I'm actually kind of impressed with this. So if I run, okay, that depletes stamina as well. Yeah. Okay, so wait till it builds up. Lure this guy out. You come with me, and then bang, bang, bang. I wonder if there is actually a way to regain health. Come, quick. So you're the one with... And you just... So she can die. Then why aren't you attacking her all the time? I don't know, you explain the really weird... Not weird, but just like non-relevant whatsoever backstory, but you don't say how she dies and what to actually do. That's frustrating. And then she just follows you by herself. That's weird. Alright, whatever. Alright, so I ran out of stamina. Alright, let's go look here. Do you reckon this is a chest? Open! Yeah, I'll do that. Pick up a lamp. A little bit non-responsive, but that's cool. What did the lamp do? Couldn't have done nothing. Turn the lamp on or off. Alright, fair enough. So, if I kneel at this shrine, kind of cool. I guess it's much better doing this the way that the developers intended you to do it, rather than just sort of running off on your own tangents. So, you killed me before, but I got full health. Well, so what's in here? What's the point of going in here? Ah, there's a little switch. This lever is used to open the nearby cell, but it is empty at this time. So why did you leave me in here for? I gotta put someone in there, maybe? Where's this guy? Why is he scared now? We were scared. Alright, I'm gonna die and then that's it. So... see, there's the... alright, this is heaps of guys with these, like... what the hell? It's a trap of some sort? Like, seriously, is there a way to regather health? Whoops, sorry. Oh! So I assume this is the cell that lever opened, but it does literally nothing. Didn't even give me the option to pull... oh. Yeah, I'll go in now. Oh. I don't feel I'm ready for this guy. Yeah, literally one hit, I'm dead. Alright. Cycle 6, yeah, I think I suck quite enough at this game. So, for now anyway. So there you have it. First impressions of Fall of Light Darkest Edition. I liked it. I think it was a little bit confusing at the start and probably a bad game to try and do in this sort of environment, was to just quickly show you what it was all about. But that's kind of what I wanted these impression sort of videos to be, was if you buy the game, take it home or get it delivered, and you put it on, what are you expecting? So that's kind of what you're going to expect. Sorry for the spoilers within the first literally 2 minutes of anyone else's game, because I did keep dying in the same spot over and over and over again. I got up to cycle 6 or something, so that's pretty much 5 deaths, which is pretty bad if you look at it another way. So a couple of things that I wanted to go through in these videos. Would I put it on again? Yeah, I reckon. I'd like to see exactly what... it's got my interest. There's a lot of games that I put on in the first 10-15 minutes. I'm not interested whatsoever. Probably going to get a lot of hate for this one, but Borderlands just doesn't get me. I tried to get into Borderlands for a long time, probably about 2 hours, and I was just so bored of it. But something like this, nice basic indie game, I like it. The graphics and everything was kind of cool, so I'm into that. There's a lot of like that. This is what I want to be doing, is introduce you to titles that you might not have seen before or come across, or so this is obviously for a PS4. I'm going to do the same sort of thing for PS3 stuff, PS2, PS1. If I can conjure up a way of doing it, jump on the Vita and the PSP as well, because there's heaps of Vita and PSP stuff floating around. So, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you reckon, if you've got the game, how far you've got through it, what the point of it is, I guess, is probably a good question at this point for me as well. But that's it for now. Do check out all our other videos as well, because you will see some more information on, not information, but more stuff about, like, what we're doing, what we're collating, and all of our sort of interests and things like that. So, look forward to seeing you there.